Stream Elements bot running emoji robot. Dayless. You know what you signed up for when you hit the enter button. Welcome. Welcome to Jester's Gaming and Racing stream. Say hello, leave a like, hit that sub if you like what, skipping the rest. Chat. Thanks to everyone in the chat for the constant support. It really does help. Skipping the rest. Support. Any of you legends crazy enough and willing to donate to help this channel grow. All proceeds skipping the rest. Commands. No, this is Jester's Gaming and Racing. The bot commands for this channel are available at URL. Hello. Hello, welcome to the chat.
Mr. Magoo! Oh, that beam is pretty quick. Lag. We'll get 2 races in before the update. It's meant to be 4 o'clock. I'm going to play some Battlefield for the first time in a few days. And then I'll get on to the update. And a new type trial mostly. Look at that Bentley.
Arvo Jest in chat, am testing for Interlagos and it's going to be hell on Saturday.
I agree, Kev. I agree, mate. I spent about half hour this morning to get my time. And I only just got in front of Sparrow. About half a second off of the other Genesis. I think it's going to be... It's my car's very loose, bro. Very loose. But the GTR already looks like it's the best car there. It's absolutely killing it on the leaderboards. Fucking look at the speed! Oh yeah, yeah, cool man! You fucking malt!
Hey Kev, the idiot of the week star LOL, emoji waving hand.
That was such a good
Hey
start.
bro, emoji waving hand. LOL Sparrow, emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, great video, Kev. I mean, we all reacted pretty much like that when we seen it. Seen that happening. This is fucked! These cunts are fucking retarded! Just full retarded!
Loved old mate with the penalty hit the wall. The bonk sound was funny as emoji grinning sprinting face. Gonna be at least 4 or 5 minutes for the race on Saturday.
Full
I'm
fucking...
going to gonna do one more test before the update.
Full retard! You don't ever go full retard. Fucking these cunts. Fucking no idea. Get the fuck out of the way. Been hit off the track fucking 3 times already. But yeah, I think it's going to be tough, Kev. No idea what the strategy will be too. We're joking it could be a 3-stopper. Fucking hard, soft, soft. Fucking retards.
Take me down to Retard City, where the grass is blue and the girls look funny. Oh, won't you please give them meds, lol.
Oh, won't you please give them meds? That was fucking terrifying.
Will he go left? Will he go right? LOL.
Fucking Supras that can't fucking drive.
hello, I come in peace.
I come in women. What? Sorry? You can call me peace anytime. What? Sorry? What? Ew.
Fuck me laughing.
That's the plan.
I'm foul.
Oh, don't be pen. That's fucking horrible. Bunch of fucking numpties.
Did someone say RedTube LOL?
Nah, that was last night. Seriously, I hadn't heard RedTube in like 10 years, at least.
I listened to Women by Def Leppard before I joined your stream.
It was all back in the day, it was all about X videos. Don't mind some X hamster.
I'm looking forward to this new update, to be honest.
You always are, and I always tell you, you've got very low expectations. Sorry, mate. It's a nothing update. Oh, get fucked. I've just been keen for the new time trial, but kind of annoyed that it's Red Bull. There's
As I always say when
there's
I
the
get a
cunt who killed
penalty,
me.
LOL.
Fucking not dealing with your shit this time, mate.
Joe Elliott's acceptance speech at the RRHOF was amazing, just watched it earlier today.
What's the RR? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know who Joe Elliott is, and I don't know what the RAHOF is. Go for it, Seb.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Joe Elliott is the lead singer in Def Leppard.
Oh, yeah. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's a joke, bro. I'm sorry, but it is. It's an absolute joke. You know Iron Maiden aren't in the Hall of Fame? Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Joke. Joke. And you know that Jethro Tull is in the Hall of Fame? Do you even know who Jethro Tull is? Look him up. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in America is a fucking joke. But I'm glad your boys got in there. But it's a joke. Rock and roll and metal in general in America is a joke. Look at the Grammys. Grammys are a joke. They mean nothing.
I don't, to be honest.
Yeah, you wouldn't know who Jethro Tull is, and it says a lot. Jethro Tull beat Metallica for Album of the Year, for Metal Album of the Year, in 1989.
Yeah, fuck Grammys.
Yeah, the Grammys are the worst, bro. I hate the fucking Grammys. Grammys are a joke. Worse than the Emmys. The Grammys are literally a joke, like fucking Beyonce. That's all you need to know. Grammys are a joke. But yeah, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is very controversial because of people that they've put in and people that they haven't. And they're very...
the Oscars can get fucked too.
Yeah, Oscars are still okay here and there, but they are pretty shit. But the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, like it's biased towards American bands. They put in bands that are a joke. And how Iron Maiden's not in there is just blasphemy. It's always the same shit though. Fucking Aerosmith, Bon Jovi, Def Leppard. America's stuck in the past. But yeah, the Iron Maiden exclusion has gone on for like fucking 20 years too long. So I know respectable rock star, like rock star or metalhead, gives a fuck about the Hall of Fame because they know it's a joke. They know it's a corporate award.
I hate Aerosmith. Steve Tyler is a fuckwit.
Bro, but you like Def Leppard. I mean, I don't like Aerosmith, and Steven Tyler is a fuckhead. But they've still had some great music, like way back when they were like a blues band. Aerosmith is one of the biggest inspirations for Metallica. Well, not Metallica, but James Hetfield. He loved Joe Perry. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Aerosmith either. But they're not as punsy as Def Leppard, I'll say that. They definitely rock more than Def Leppard do. Or did, back in the day. Fuck, I seen, what's his name, the one you love?
Tyler went out with the minor.
Oh, bro, they all did. They all did. My God, cunt, look. You need to get educated, boy. You need to get educated. Anthony Kalidas was fucking a 16-year-old fucking, she was the daughter of the fucking chief of police in like Iowa or some shit. And he like ran away with her. She was 16, he was 21. Red Hot Chili Peppers. And he's literally written about it in a book. And he never faced anything. Roman Polanski, fucking Woody Allen. It's Hollywood, bro. It's celebrity. That's celebrity. And back then, all the groupies were underage. Like, it was a totally different mindset. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. It was a totally different mindset back then. And those girls those girls willingly went to those concerts trying to get into the cunt's pants. There was a fucking real famous 13-year-old who slept with all of them. Like, it was the 70s, bro. It's the 70s, man. Like, I'm not condoning it. But it was... I could fucking give you a whole list of rock stars that have fiddled with an underage diddle. A whole list of them, bro. Oh, I'll have a quick Google right now and see what comes up, just to spiel off some names. Because, oh mate, it's a fair reason to hate a person in particular. Here we go, rockstars who slept with minors, literally first thing. Alright, here we go. You got some heroes in here already, I can tell. Alright, oh yeah, David Bowie, legend. Jimmy Page, legend. Led Zeppelin, that is. R. Kelly, obviously. Ted Nugget. Steven Tyler, as you said. Jerry Lee Lewis, married his fucking 13-year-old cousin. He's king of rock and roll. Marvin Gaye.
Oh, wow.
King of soul. Bill Wyman, which is... What's Bill Wyman from? I don't know who he is. Okay, Elvis Presley. Yep, we all know about Priscilla. Iggy Pop. She was 13. Mick Jagger. I fucking love Mick Jagger. There you go. That was just the first article to come up, bro. Steven Tyler. Yeah. Alright. He's as fucked. It's a fair reason. Steven Tyler allegedly adopted a 16-year-old girl, impregnated her, then forced her to have an abortion.
Good point.
Brutal. Bowie took a 14-year-old's virginity. Jimmy Page once kidnapped a 14-year-old groupie. Mick
Love
Jagger.
About, though, what your favorite bands, bro?
I'm a metalhead, bro. Anthony Kiedis, that's what I just said, and wrote about it. R. Kelly, his was a cult. Bill Wyman, again. Elvis Presley. Ted Nugget. Iggy Pop. Don Henley. Holy shit, I love Don Henley. Boys of Summer, the Eagles. Didn't know that one. And he was old. He was old when he got huge. 16-year-old girl overdosed on Quaaludes and cocaine at his house. Marvin Gaye. So there you go, bro. Like, it's a fair reason to hate someone, but considering the music you're into, you should hate all of them. Like, honestly. If you love your 80s rock, you're gonna have to fucking...
Yeah, I know. Steve Tyler forced an abortion on a girl. That's why I mentioned him. Elvis Presley is different. He is a gentleman, if that ma.
Alright, look, I love Elvis as a singer, but Elvis was not a gentleman. And he was also incredibly promiscuous. He cheated on Priscilla thousands of times. Thousands. And he wasn't a gentleman. He was a drug fiend. Like a mad drug fiend. He was abusive. Like, I don't know where you get your information, bro. It's almost like you pick and choose what...
Elvis was a fat playboy. What are you on?
Yep. 100%. 100%. I grew up with, like, my mum idolised him. Pictures of him all over the house, all the records playing, always had his movies on. Elvis was a joke. And that movie, that recent movie about him, is, like, skipping over fucking so much. So much. But yeah, Elvis and Jerry Lee Lewis, man. They were the first two. Like, Jerry Lee was...
This kid needs to check his sources.
Yeah, don't get into him too much, bro. He's young. He's young. But I rip him a lot when it comes to music. He loves his... He's got cock rock and 80s influences, which is nothing wrong with that. That's all my guilty pleasures too. We debate over music a lot. What he considers like a great solo is like what I would consider 30 seconds of boredom.
My mum isn't much of an Elvis fan actually, lol. Better than the music nowadays.
Yeah, I'll agree there. There's really no good rock bands anymore. There's still some good metal bands, but it's very hard for them to get.
Lethal Chill mate.
It's very hard for metal to like get known these days. You have to like even Ghost. They're pretty much the biggest metal band of the last decade, and that's only because like Metallica and Lamb of God were personally like come tour with us, and then were like, oh, this band's the future, you know, like. But they're the only band in years that's got to any level of mainstream success, and they're still not even mainstream, not even close. But I don't like, you know, current rock bands. Like I love the Killers. I got no problem with the Killers. I love them. I think the guy's got a beautiful voice. I was very, very impressed with Offspring's last album. It was really good to see Offspring going back to that.
Metallica has done so much for the young generation, now so happy that there is a new generation of metalheads.
There you go, bro. That's all you need to know. At least in terms of my biggest influence ever. But yeah, I'm a Metallica fan through and through.
Me and Jester always have a bit of a disagreement with music, LOL.
Like, I understand where you're coming from too, bro. And it's also like you don't get it either. I've got a younger, like he's not as young as you, but I've got a brother who's like 4 years younger than me.
Here's the real question, best bassist for Metallica.
Oh, Cliff. But they're all good, bro. They did Jason dirty. Like, they did Jason dirty hard. Trulio's a sick cunt, and like even in the new album, Trulio has bass bits, same as he did in Saint Anger, same as he did in Death Magnetic. Had a really cool bass bit in Death Magnetic. I love Trulio. Like, just Trulio's image is like beast. Like, but Cliff, man, Cliff was a musical genius. Like, had Cliff lived, who knows what Metallica could have been. Like, I got no problem with what they became. They went more rock, but had Cliff lived, the guy was literally, like, because I love classical and shit too, and Cliff was that. Like, Cliff was the classical inspiration to Metallica. Like, when they brought in melody and tempo and all that stuff, it was all him. All him. But they did Jason dirty. Jason, I got no problem with Jason, and Jason's not bitter. Like, and they did him dirty. Like, they really did. And he's not bitter. He's a cool dude. Like, growing up, I loved his look. Like, he was the bassist when I was growing up. But yeah, back on my younger brother. So he's, was he 1990? So he's 33 now. He still lives at home. He has never, ever moved out of his mother's home. He lives with his mum and my stepdad, his dad. And he has these music tastes exactly like you, GT, which is at least a little bit more acceptable because at least he's closer to that generation. He's more near my age. But it's still nothing but my mother's musical influence. He got into metal, but all he was really doing was following my lead. Like, I hated it. There was, when I was a teenager, you know, like I don't even know why she did it. Mum literally would buy us the same album at the same time, and it was all because of me, like Limp Bizkit, Metallica, etc. And then after I didn't have much to do with my brother, he became that scene kid that goes to like the 80s, like denim, leather, Alice Cooper's his fucking idol. Like, I've got no disrespect towards the music, but just, he doesn't, like, he's never even lived outside of home. He doesn't know anything about the people, the music. Like, it's just a sore spot with me when, like, your parents are generally your musical influences, and there's nothing wrong with that. But, like, if you know, grow up in your generation and you're not even accepting anything that, like, comes out, or, like, I just think, like, if you're just sticking to, like, what your parents know, then you're green. You've got no idea, you know. Like, it's like, you know, when your parents watch the news and then they say an opinion and then you're spitting that opinion out.
You gotta find your own style and your own taste.
You do. And there's nothing wrong with having those influences. Like I said, Don Henley before, love the Eagles, got that from Dad. I get all my cock rock from Mum, but for me it's more like Billy Idol, Guns N' Roses,
I like all kinds of music. For example, I love 2-1 Pilots.
Look, as I've gotten older and been with my missus longer, like, I can enjoy fucking certain pop stars now. But I'll forever and always be metalhead, and my biggest influences ever that I got from both parents are rock, hard rock, and country. And like that's it. Like, you know, Dad would play like Black Sabbath and AC/DC and be like, "This is metal," and I'd be like, "Fuck!" But I got it. You know, I remember my uncle once saying the Angels were metal, and I was like, what, just because they fucking swear?
You meld all of your influences into one mixed bag of your own taste.
I've got my music taste my music knowledge is incredible, and my music taste is very eclectic. Country gets me good, like I've avoided it for years, but it's like Hetfield, man. When Hetfield does country, I'm like, this man could do anything. But yeah, I was also too much, like, even in my younger years, my teen years, my young adult years, I was too much of a biased metalhead, you know, and like, nobody likes a gatekeeper, and metalheads are full of gatekeepers, like, who will tell you, you know, like, you can have two different, like,
what
Megadeth,
about
Metallica.
Post Malone doing country, bro?
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, he's from Texas, man. Like, whether he's good at it or not is a different story. But he's from Texas, so it makes perfect sense. But as for Post Malone's other stuff, like Sunflower was like, fuck, man, Spider-Verse, song of the year. I got no beef with Post Malone. Just the way he looks. Just the way he looks. He looks like a fucking living in his basement, fucking fatty, covered in stickers. He don't look like a fucking pop star. Like, I dig him for that. Same as fucking Ed Sheeran and Lewis Capaldi. Like, they don't look like fucking Justin Timberlake, and they can sing better, so they're sick cunts. Like, but yeah, like, I'm not a Megadeth fan, but I'm a Metallica fan, so there's always like the gatekeeper argument between them. I just can't stand Mustaine's voice. It's just Mustaine's voice. I can't stand it. But I have metalheads who hate me for liking Metallica and not liking Megadeth. And I'm like, yeah, but Hetfield's a good singer. And there's another one too, Dave Mustaine. He fucked plenty of young underage girls. Plenty. And he's considered a saint now. And he was heroin addicted. Like, he literally nearly got kicked out of Metallica because he slept with or tried to sleep with their record label's daughter when they were like sleeping on the couch of the Metal Blade owners' fucking homes. Like, they nearly kicked him out before they did. Look at this, there is death everywhere. But yeah, with the young fella, I've tried telling him for a while. Like, I've tried getting him into certain music. Like I said, he says he loves guitars, guitar solos and rock. And I sent him Dragon Force Through the Fire and Flames, and he said he didn't like it. I was just like, it's catchy, it's melodic, it's got tempo, and it has the greatest guitar playing in history. And he said he didn't like it. And I was just like, you have no right to an opinion here anymore. But yesterday, like, I thought of another one. I sent him Freebird. He said he liked Freebird. That I can respect. It was right up his alley. Lynyrd Skynyrd are a massive influence for Metallica. But yeah, I have very strong opinions with music. Like, but I try, like, with the cock rock thing, I just get, I'm unfairly biased on it, and that's because of, like, family experience. So I am unfair towards GT, and I have to pull myself up. But, like, all he has to do is bring up Bon Jovi, and I'm like, always, and then he's happy. Bro. Now you slow it down, mate. What are you doing, bro? Oh, we're going for it. So this is what last race should have been like. Dumba, that is very bad, isn't it? GT. Look at his name. That is genuinely, like, I can't have Gun, Top Gun, in my PSN name, but the PSN won't pick up that. Dumba. You would know, wouldn't you, GT? I grew up in the western suburbs, mate. I used to know heaps of white cunts who loved saying it. Oh, you are fucking desperate, buddy. Desperate.
I was supposed to do my workout 40 minutes ago, but I got sidetracked talking to you about metal LOL.
Did you hear me, what I was saying? This guy, look at his name. Look at the dude in front of me and tell me that's not offensive. Specifically to you. Yeah? Am I right? I'm right, aren't I? Pretty sure I'm right. Especially with the exclamation points at the end of it. He's making a statement with that.
Yeah.
But you can, but you can't have gun in your name or weapon type things. But you can swear in another language, like literally swear exactly as it's spelled, no problem. So does that mean I could do like fungal? Fungula e mama e
I've been before, actually, always been a cunt.
Yeah, he's being a cunt to me. He's getting fucking block happy, he's getting dive happy on the guys in front. He's terrified. Look at them, they're fucking such retards. I hope you're both fucking, here we go. They're both fucking, they're just so desperate, these cunts.
I love how the lore says cunt LOL.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. Look at this guy! You fuckhead! Oh! Bro, I gotta remind me, save this replay. This is fucking gold.
LOL.
I actually think I raced that guy last night. I kind of... Is it a Merc? Yeah, that's a Merc. I raced this guy last night on this account. Because I remember that car. With the Japanese riding and the 46. I'm pretty sure he was on the bloke that started on the softs and pushed everyone out of the way.
Alright, I gotta go do my workout before the GT7 update. Talk later, brother.
Yeah, we got 2 hours, mate. Alright, enjoy your workout. Feel pumped. But yeah, I'll shut down after this race and be back on in 2 hours. Go get it, mate. Get the pump. When I'm in the gym and I feel in the pump, it's like I'm coming. You know, I look in the mirror, I flex, I'm coming.
Yeah, gotta build muscle and get shredded, LOL.
Bro, actually, like, honestly, I had another mate who was, funnily enough, half Vietnamese on his dad's side too. And he was such a skinny little fucker, like lean as, but as soon as he started doing weights, he had abs for days. Like, I was so jealous of how this cunt was just so easily able to fucking... Mate, that was your fault. You have a penalty and you're fucking blocking. That was your fault, buddy.
Yeah, I'm really skinny too, LOL.
Yeah, same, bro. Always have been. I've never weighed more than 75 kilos in my life, and when I weighed 75 kilos, I was shredded. Like even now I weigh like 65. At 75 I'm fucking prime, and it's still like 5 kilos under what I'm meant to be.
It's strange, I eat a fair bit but it never shows LOL.
It's fast metabolism, bro. You burn off your energy too quick, and also because you're young. You still go to school and shit, especially if you play sports or whatever. But even me, exactly the same, bro. And I don't really do much exercise or whatever, but you've just got a fast metabolism. You burn off fat faster than you can put it on. My mum's got the same thing. I've always had it, my brother had it, my sister has it. Like, we're all skinny. And my mum's pretty small too. But like, my brother is like the same as me, he's 33. My sister's now like 40, she's fucking tiny.
You don't about me yet, I don't go to school LOL.
Oh, aren't you homeschooled? That makes sense, because I have wondered why you're always on my streams. And even that, bro, like, I don't want to get into you, but it would explain a lot. I don't think there's anything wrong with homeschool, but I still think kids need to go to well, there could be so many bad influences and shit, but I still think you need to learn.
Homeschool.
I think you need to learn from multiple people to develop, you know, as a person, not just your parents. Like, but I've clearly like got issues with, like I said, my brother still living at home and knowing nothing about life and being green as fuck. And,
well, I know where you're getting at.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like. But in saying that too, man, like I went to a public school, it was a horrible school, and every bad influence I ever had in my life came from, you know, people around me. But I still remember so many of my teachers, and I just think it's important. I would only homeschool my kids if I was like a billionaire, and I like specifically had tutors of every single topic that they're meant to be learning. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, bro. I know. You've got that Asian parent.
I'm a good kid. I'm very respectful. Not saying you're saying I'm disrespectful.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know what you mean.
Saying.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You've got a collar on, mate. And there's nothing wrong with that. At your age, I was a fucking shithead. I was still in school, but I was a fucking shithead. I was smart, intelligent, cocky, arrogant, shithead. And I still am. But like, the one thing now, like when I was a kid, I was like, and this is why I say, like, where you've got to form your own tastes, your own opinions, your own styles. Like, I hate it, like, you know, like that's how...
Yeah, TBF, I'm like the two to a certain degree.
It's how kids become racist. Racism isn't, like, you're not born a racist, it's bred into you. And it's bred into you by your parents. You know, generally, that's the first thing. There can be kids around you and shit too, but that's people that you shouldn't fucking hang around. But generally, it's bred into you by your parents. Hate is bred into you by your parents. All your influences, your moral beliefs. I was out of the family home. I had nothing to do with my mum from 15 onwards, and I was out of family full stop from 18. So, like, what I am as a person, like, even, you know, when we've had the debates about pronouns and all that, respecting other people and all that stuff, and that is all just because of the way I grew up.
I went to was kindergarten, LOL.
I think kindergarten's a bit useless. Like, it's like, it's preschool learning, but I think it's a bit useless. It's just daycare.
One of the teachers actually grabbed me. I punched her. Yeah,
we all do. When you're kids, yeah, we've all done. I remember doing fucking, I think I bashed someone or something too, because some boy was like talking to my apparent girlfriend or something. I don't know, my mum was always telling me.
No.
Yeah, I grew up in the ghetto, bro. Like, literally in the ghetto. I don't know what the Sydney or New South Wales equivalent would be of, like, Broady. I guess Bankstown. Bankstown's full of wogs, yeah? Yeah, it is, because they're all fucking Bulldogs fans. But I grew up surrounded by ethnicity, Islanders, and every Aussie around me was just a bad example. Like a really bad example. Except maybe my father. Even my mum. Horrible example.
I was minding my own business, then she grabbed me so I punched her, gave her a fat lip LOL.
Brutal. But yeah, my mother was a horrible racist. Road rage. Racist. One of those mums that'd fucking go into a school and want to fight a teacher and shit. Like, she was just she was embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing.
That's fucked.
Yeah, is what it is. And as I said, like, my parents were divorced when I was very young. And, you know, Dad and Mum grew up in the exact same situation. But Dad was a tradie, blue-collar tradie. So, like, he worked with wogs all the time. Turks, Lebos, Greeks, everything. And my dad knew how much of a racist my mum was, and knew how much of a negative influence she could possibly have on us with her racism. So he was the exact opposite when it come to that, and had the proof to back it up, because he was like, you know, as long as they're decent people and they do their job, whatever, who fucking cares? Like, you know, and growing up, my best mates were Abduls and shit. Like, so Dad, like, he slipped up every now and then, and he'd say a derogatory racist term. Like, I remember once he described himself as not being a Jew, and I was like, what do you mean you're not a Jew? He was like, you know, Jews, they're fucking scab with their money. And I was like, oh, didn't know that. I was like, so that reference goes straight over my head. But it stuck with me. And it's a stereotype. But my mum, she said horrible things, bro. Asians, Muslims were her biggest target. And this was before fucking 9/11, so she was horrible, embarrassing. And it's why I'm the way I am now. And my brother, extreme fucking opposite. The shit he shares on Facebook, I'm like, how you got friends? How you...
Okay, I gotta go before my dad tells me off for not doing my exercise.
Do it.
LOL.
Tiger Dad. Gonna turn you into Bruce Lee. Or Tony Jaa. But yeah, I generally always say you're a product of your environment, and if it's a negative environment and you can't tell what those negative influences are, then you're fucked. You're just going to grow up.
I just didn't want to leave while you were talking to me.
All good, bro. All good. Go, go, go. We're done anyways. It's the last lap. We're shut down after this. I'll see you in 2 hours, mate. And we can talk about the new update. We'll do the music rally, yeah! But no, good chat, mate. As you know, when I'm saying this shit, I'm not like trying to brutalise you. I'm not trying to force my opinion on you either. But I'm just trying to say, like, I have seen these things and understood these things, etc. Like, but yeah, I know you're not a bad kid. We have educated you on things already, and you know, had misunderstandings, and I won't say you've changed your opinion or whatever, but you've been understanding of opinions and talked about...
I want Def Leppard to be in one of the music rallies, LOL.
Yeah. Nah, it's only music from the game. But it sucks too, because like even that shit, bro, they had so much good rock music back in the day. They had Garbage, Foo Fighters. They had, who sings Panama? Van Halen. Panama in Gran Turismo 4. Panama, love that song. Panama, Bring it back, mate. I want to do a music rally to Panama. Makes you think it's super bad when they're destroying the cop car. Oh, mate, tyre's gone. Alright, go on, fuck off. Go train.
I love the jazz in GT2.
Oh, there's heaps of good music in it, bro. They've always, like... Even the music now, I turned it off from day one because of the broadcast settings, but there's good music there. Some very catchy music there. There's one like Edge of the World. I really like that one. That was pretty fun. But the car just chews tyres. Like, yeah, look what's ahead of me. It just chews tyres. Oh, the Merc quit. But yeah, good chat, mate. Music's one thing. Like, music's one thing that we can talk about so positively here. Like, any sorts of it, even if we're debating. You know, if we're all bringing up our musical taste, it's generally really good conversations. It's the most animated you'll get me. Oh, soy. Is that offensive? No, you're not. What the hell? What's that mean? What'd you say? I've got to Google that. Oh, soy. It's Japanese adjective for late, slow. Lol. That's funny. Osoi. I like that. That's good. That's very funny. Japanese adjective. Late or slow. How do you use osoi in Japanese? The former recent adjective is added separate from the kanji, which means slow or late. These types of adjectives can easily be adverbs by dropping the I and replacing with the Q. What is osoi desu? It is late, so please hurry. Nihongo, slow or late. How to use osoi in a sentence. Kara we itsumo henja ga osoi. He always replies late. The more you know, guys. And some people don't let people speak other languages on their channel. Triggered. Alright. So you know what's annoying too? The maintenance, they need to change the timer thing. I was thinking it was going to be earlier. Or later, sorry. Because that says it's over in an hour and 5 minutes, but maintenance is going to kick us out in 5 minutes. I don't know, it's a minor thing, but like, you know, right this last 5 minutes, some motherfucker could go in there and do like a 52-3 and I'm going to get a silver. But anyways, dudes, you want to see the update? I've got all the money to buy the new cars. There's 2 new cafes, which I'll probably have. I mean, we'll just have to buy the Lancer and the Rexy, and that'll be done. I don't think they were adding any single-player events, which is disappointing. So we'll just come back, do the new time trial, get the cafe stuff, maybe have a look at Manu. Which already I'll bring up my time, because it's going to be tough. I did it earlier this morning, genuine half-hour practice session. All different sorts of wind and directions. I still don't know, like I genuinely can't think of what's the best wind direction for time trialing this. But there's the times. 30.57, like even Sparrow on a controller has done that in the Merc, so like I'm like, that's slow, I need to go better. And there is a Genesis X that's like 0.1, 30.1, yeah, there he is. And then another one that's like 30.2, and that's direct competition too. Same as there, 30.3, so I need to get much faster. much faster. Like I'm ahead of Rambo in the setting, in the leaders, so. Also, it's not counting the round 3 yet. Apparently it will not count the round 3 until the end of the season. Which sucks, because I've, like, technically after yesterday I ended up, I won't see it on this one. I ended up losing position. Where are we? So yeah, it's not including the 3 yet. But when it includes the 3, I'll have a mad improvement. But essentially that means at Interlagos I have to beat 244 or 248, either way. So I have to either be in a lesser lobby and win, or be in a really high lobby and get, you know, a good 5th position, basically. Which is going to be hard, because a car just feels so loose, so violent. And I've got to do so many gear. I feel like I'm driving a Group 1 car. I've got to do so many gear drops for rotation. But yeah, we'll have a look at that in a couple of hours, guys. So thanks for dropping in. I know it was a quick stream. But I just felt like having fun, and that was fun. Bunch of dickheads talk shit with you. Seriously, it's like it's a whole different me. If I'm on my main account, I'm stressing, I'm freaking out, I'm thinking I'm not good enough. If I'm on this account, I'm talking shit, I'm singing, I'm having fun, and I don't care. So it's like, I don't get it. Don't get it. But yeah, I'll be back in a couple of hours, guys. Update, what is it? 1.35? Yeah, update 1.35. So, be back here in exactly 2 hours. Alright, have fun.